So Paraguay, a landlocked nation nestled in the heart of South America. Let's be honest, you probably couldn't find it on a map if your life depended on it. It's tucked away, almost intentionally hidden from the casual observer. It's the country equivalent of that quiet guy at the party, the one who blends into the background, who stands in the corner nursing a warm beer, seemingly content to observe rather than participate, and leaves without anyone noticing he was ever there. A fleeting presence, easily forgotten. No world-famous beaches to draw the crowds, no Andean peaks piercing the sky, no ancient Incan cities gracing Instagram feeds with their majestic ruins. It's the continent's forgotten middle child, often overlooked and underestimated, overshadowed by its louder, more glamorous siblings, the Brazils and Argentinas of the world, with their iconic landmarks and bustling tourist scenes. American geographical knowledge. We know Tokyo's Starbucks, the Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, but Paraguay? Blank stares, a collective shrug of ignorance. Paraguay doesn't scream for your attention, it doesn't clamor to be noticed. It sits there, landlocked and silent, bordered by giants, content in its relative obscurity. A riddle of humidity and dust, a place where time seems to slow to a crawl. Why would anyone go to a place so determined to be overlooked? What allure could it possibly hold? This country is the anti-destination, a place that actively resists the label of tourist hotspot. A blank space on the tourist trail, a road less traveled, perhaps even a road untraveled. In a world mapped and hashtagged to death where every corner has been photographed and filtered, Paraguay is an analog anomaly, a throwback to a simpler time. It's a place where you can still get genuinely, hopelessly lost, not just geographically but perhaps even within yourself. The silence here is a character in itself, a palpable presence that permeates everything. Pressing in from the vast Chaco, the immense wilderness that dominates much of the country, to the sleepy streets of Asunción, where the rhythm of life moves at a different pace. It's the silence of siestas, the midday hush that descends upon towns and cities alike, of conversations in a language most have never heard, the melodic Guarani, a testament to the country's rich indigenous heritage, of a history filled with brutal wars, conflicts that have shaped the national identity, and quiet resilience, a spirit of perseverance forged in the face of adversity. This isn't the vibrant carnival South America you expect, the land of samba and endless parties. This is something slower, stranger, something altogether different, and infinitely more subtle, a beauty that reveals itself slowly, patiently, to those who are willing to look. This is Paraguay, the country that whispers when everyone else is shouting, a place where silence speaks volumes. Out in the Gran Chaco, a sprawling expanse of land, a place that looks like God's roughest draft, a canvas of unforgiving terrain, you find something truly bizarre, a stark contrast to the wild surroundings. After hours of driving through seemingly endless wilderness, where the horizon stretches into infinity, you stumble upon a pristine, orderly farm, a testament to human endeavor, and a blonde child chasing a chicken, a scene of pastoral innocence amidst the rugged landscape. Welcome to the Mennonite colonies, a unique cultural enclave, 19th century Germany, meticulously transplanted to the heart of South America. They came seeking isolation and freedom to live by their faith, to preserve their traditions and beliefs, and the Paraguayan government, in a gesture of welcome, gave them land and wished them luck in this remote territory. Against all odds, they thrived, a testament to their resilience and hard work, turning the harsh Chaco into a dairy powerhouse, a surprising feat of agricultural innovation. Towns like Philadelphia, with their distinct architecture, and Loma Plata, stand as symbols of their enduring legacy. Are oases of Teutonic efficiency in a sea of Latin languor, a blend of cultures in the heart of South America. They speak an ancient German dialect, preserving their linguistic heritage, run their own schools and hospitals, maintaining their self-sufficiency, and keep to themselves, fostering a strong sense of community. Their relationship with the outside world is complicated, a delicate balance between tradition and modernity, modern tractors, old-world values, a juxtaposition of the past and the present. They're Paraguayans but also not, a distinct cultural identity within a larger nation, living in a self-contained bubble, a world apart from the surrounding landscape. Visiting feels like stepping through a tear in space-time, a journey into another era. One moment, dusty Paraguay, the rugged beauty of the Chaco. The next, punctuality and fresh bread, a taste of Europe and South America. These farmers are one of the many strange, unexpected ingredients, adding to the rich tapestry and Paraguay's unsung stew, a blend of cultures and traditions. A living paradox on the forgotten frontier, a testament to the power of faith and community. And proof that faith and stubbornness can reshape even the harshest land, transforming the arid Chaco into a thriving agricultural landscape. Before the Germans, another group of devout Europeans tried to build a utopia here, the Jesuits. In the 17th and 18th centuries, they created missions, part church, part workshop, part fortress, gathering the Guarani into unique communities. For a while it worked, centers of art, music and industry, blending European and indigenous worlds. Then, as empires do, it all collapsed. The Jesuits were expelled, their missions abandoned to the jungle. Today, haunting ruins like Trinidad and Jesus de Tabarang remain, cathedrals open to the sky, silent cloisters, echoes of a Guarani choir. Unlike Machu Picchu, you might have these ruins to yourself, left with the ghosts and the chirping of insects. They're not just ruins, they're tombstones of a forgotten dream. The Jesuits tried to build a new kind of society, a fusion torn apart by greed and politics. These ruins are a quiet testament to Paraguay's grand, overlooked histories. Even in the quietest corners, epic stories wait to be heard. Looking for dramatic landscapes? Not here. Paraguay's beauty is subtle, a flat, sprawling agricultural nation. The east is endless fields, soybeans, corn, sugarcane, repeat. It can feel monotonous, but there's a hypnotic charm in the scale. Neat rows of crops vanishing into the horizon. This is the engine room of the country, the source of its quiet wealth. The red earth is fertile, humming with life. It's honest, unpretentious, and relentlessly productive. Driving through the countryside is meditative long roads, slow tractors, clusters of houses, and the occasional lapacho tree bursting with pink flowers. This isn't a landscape you conquer, it's one you absorb, slowly. It's the farmer checking crops, the family sharing terroir, the slow rhythm of planting and harvesting. Far from tourist traps, it's a place that teaches you to appreciate the subtle, the mundane, the quiet beauty of growing things. It might not be exciting, but it's deeply real and grounding. The great green nothing, strangely beautiful. Every continent has its highlight reel. South America's is llamas, jungles, Rio's carnival, tango halls. Travelers expect drama, color, and adventure. Then there's Paraguay, the B-side, the weird experimental track at the end of the album. No Andes, have flat farmland, no beaches, enjoy humid landlocked heat, no bustling cities. Try a 4-hour siesta in Asunción. Paraguay dismantles every cliché, leaving you sun-dazed and confused. It exists on a different frequency. Chaos replaced by calm, frantic energy swapped for a slow, deliberate pace. The high-altitude drama is gone. In its place, the low-key charm of a sleepy river town. It's South America stripped of tourist signifiers, forcing you to engage on its own terms. The honesty of Paraguay's lack of pretense is refreshing. It isn't performing for you, it's just being itself. Here you experience a version of South America that feels more authentic, more lived in, less packaged. It's the remix you didn't know you needed, a quiet, stripped-down classic. One of the first things you notice in Paraguay is a language you don't recognize: Guarani. It's not just spoken, it's everywhere, from city streets to rural villages. Paraguay is one of the few truly bilingual nations in the Americas, where an indigenous language thrives. Guarani is the living, breathing soul of the country, a marker of unique identity. It survived conquest, war, and dictatorship. People switch effortlessly between Spanish and Guarani, reflecting a culture both colonial and indigenous. This bilingualism creates a subtle barrier, a private space visitors can't easily enter. You can get by with Spanish, but you'll always sense another level of conversation happening. It's not exclusionary, it's just life here. Paraguay feels distinct, self-contained. A country that literally speaks its own language. It keeps a part of itself reserved, just for its own people. That's part of its gentle strangeness. And it's another reason Paraguay stands apart. Foodies look elsewhere for Michelin stars. Paraguayan food is about substance, not style. It's hearty, rustic, and designed to fuel a hard day's work. The staples: corn manioc, cassava, beef and cheese. The national dish? Sopa Paraguaya. Paraguayan soup that's actually a dense, cheesy cornbread. Why soup? Legend says a chef's mistake led to a baked, solid soup the president loved. It's a perfect metaphor for Paraguay, a happy accident that works. But the true lifeblood is terroir, a cold-brewed yerba mate, sipped from a shared gourd. Terroir is more than a drink, it's a social ritual, a pause button on the day. Sharing it is a sign of friendship and community. Work stops for terroir breaks, friends gather to share a gourd. It's a ritual that cuts across all classes, a fundamentally communal act. To be offered a sip is to be accepted. In these small moments, sharing solid soup, passing icy herbs, you find the real flavor of Paraguay. Honest, simple, and deeply satisfying. In a world obsessed with productivity, where every second is monetized and efficiency is king, Paraguay has perfected the art of doing absolutely nothing. It's a skill, a cultural cornerstone, almost a way of life. Besides drinking tereré, that ubiquitous iced beverage shared amongst friends, the national pastime is sitting in the shade, finding respite from the sun, watching the world go by at its own unhurried rhythm. The siesta is sacred, a deeply ingrained tradition. From noon to late afternoon, the country shuts down, businesses close their doors, and a profound quiet descends, blanketing the towns and cities. For Western travelers accustomed to constant activity, this can be maddening, a true test of patience. You arrive with a list of things to do, places to see, but Paraguay gently, yet firmly, forces you to slow down, to reconsider your priorities. It invites you to take a deep breath, release the tension, and just be present in the moment. This culture of calm, this unhurried approach to life, is both its greatest strength, its most endearing quality, and perhaps its biggest tourist repellent for those seeking constant stimulation. There's no urgency, no frantic rush. Things get done eventually, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but they get done. Life moves at a leisurely pace, from the unhurried restaurant service to the long, drawn-out street conversations. It's a world away from the relentless hustle and bustle we're so used to in our modern lives. Embracing the Paraguayan art of doing nothing, of simply being, is undoubtedly a challenge for many, but ultimately a deeply rewarding one. It's about rediscovering the pleasure in small, quiet moments, the things we often overlook in our frantic pursuit of productivity, the gentle whirring of a ceiling fan, providing a welcome breeze, the satisfying chill of a cold beer on a hot day, the breathtaking beauty of a sunset painting the sky with vibrant colors. It's a forced mindfulness, a digital detox from the constant busyness and noise of modern life. If you allow yourself to let go of your preconceived notions, you might just find a sense of peace and contentment you didn't even realize you were missing. So, what's the verdict? Is Paraguay South America's last undiscovered gem, or just boring? The truth is somewhere in the middle. It's not for checklist tourists or adrenaline junkies. Paraguay demands patience, curiosity, and a willingness to look beyond the obvious. The rewards aren't handed to you, you have to earn them, by sitting through the silence, navigating quirks, and finding beauty in the mundane. For travelers tired of crowds and cliches, Paraguay might be perfect. It's a place where you can still feel discovery, have real conversations, and escape the overhyped world. Paraguay doesn't care if you come or not. It just keeps being itself, and sometimes, quiet is exactly what you need.